Hey, playa, have you ever asked someone out only to get a response from them saying that they needed some time to figure it out? Well, that's the question that Squetchy asked me when he said, could you do a video on what it means if your crush says she needs to figure some things out when you ask her out? Don't worry, Squetchy. A lot of people run into this issue, but I have a solution that I think can work for you.
This is the Josh Speaks. You're watching the Josh Speak.
For those of you that are new here, my name is Josh, and every single Monday through Friday, I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. And today we're going to talk about this kind of delayed response from the person that you like, telling you something like, I'm not really sure, I need time to figure it out, I'll get back to you. Getting a maybe from someone after you've asked them out can be a somewhat unsettling feeling. You don't really know if they're leaning more towards yes or leaning more towards no. Now there's a lot of different potential reasons why a person might have said maybe. Maybe they're not allowed to start dating yet. Maybe they're not sure if they want to date at this age in this grade. Maybe they're not sure how they feel about you. It's hard to pinpoint the exact reason why without digging more into the question, so I think that's really what you have to focus on doing. Let's also not rule out the possibility that maybe the answer they gave you was because they didn't know how to say no without looking like a jerk. Sometimes people will do this. They'll tell you, I'm not really sure, simply because they feel bad telling you no. They know it might hurt your feelings, so they're kind of taking the easier road out. And if their answer really is no, wouldn't you want to come to that conclusion as fast as you can to avoid wasting any further time? Now you might be thinking, how? How do I get them to go further into their answer so I can really know what they're feeling? Well, the best way to do that is to do what most people usually don't. What most people tend to do when they ask out their crush and their crush gives them an answer like, I don't know, I just need some time to figure it out, they tend to just back away and wait. I totally see how this makes sense. They said they need some time, so you're just going to quietly wait in the background and not really bother them or interact with them and let them try to think it through so that they can come to you with their answer. However, that's just not how things really work out. What ends up happening is your crush sees that you're no longer pursuing them. You're no longer trying to go out with them. And of course, it becomes easier and easier for them to push it to the back of their mind and to focus on other things. What I'm not advocating for is to be pushy. And being pushy is simply constantly asking them over and over to go out and what do they want to do and how do they feel about you and waiting and trying your best to get that answer from them. Oh my God, it's going to drive them crazy. What I am advocating for is to continue to show your crush that you like them. Keep flirting with them, keep joking with them, and every so often invite them to do something new with you. I've talked in the past about how you should never phrase asking someone out in the simple terms of, will you go out with me, yes or no? You should always tie it to something. Do you want to go for a walk in the park? Do you want to hang out after school? Do you want to go watch a movie? Asking them to do something specific is way more effective. So in this case, if you ask them to, let's say, hang out with you after school and they give you an answer like, I don't know, I'm not sure, I'll have to get back to you, that's okay. Continue to talk to them. Show them that you are still interested in them and just ask them to do something else another time. A maybe can easily turn into a yes or a no, but it all depends on how much emphasis and work you put into that equation. It can also be easy to feel rejected if someone gives you an answer like, I'm busy or I can't make it. Just hearing those words makes it seem like they just don't want to spend the time with you. But that isn't always the case. Just because a person's busy doesn't mean that they don't like you. Sometimes people have things to do. They have after school activities, they have a lot of homework, they have tests to study for, they want to hang out with their friends. There's a million things going on in everyone's lives. And all we're trying to do is fit everything together. So let's say, for example, you ask your crush to hang out after school and they tell you, I don't really know if I can, I might have practice, I might have a lot of homework, I might be busy. That's cool. Try to ask for something smaller. Ask them to do something like, hey, that's cool. How about we hang out one day during lunch? If they can't do that, how about we meet up in the hallway? If they can't do that, how about we message each other on Snapchat? Try to find a way for the two of you to still communicate. But the double-edged sword here is to also be aware. Try to really recognize that if maybe when they say, I don't know, or I need some time, they genuinely just don't want to do it, but they don't want to look like a bad person in saying that. It's not an easy thing to outright figure out, but as you ask them for smaller and smaller things, you'll start to see where they're really coming from and how they really feel. What do you think though? Have you ever asked your crush to hang out only to get a maybe answer from them? Leave your comments down below and we'll talk about it. If you have a situation that you don't really feel too comfortable putting out there in the open, you can always shoot me a DM over on Snapchat or Instagram. I do my best to answer as many messages as I can. This is not the end for you. No. If you really want to learn how to work through these type of situations, definitely check out the videos I have listed over there on the side. Remember, learning is a gradual process, so you need to keep learning as much as you can to really start to see what clicks and what you can figure out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.